Now that you know all the basic types in Swift, we can start to put them together using operators. Operators are those little mathematical symbols like plus, minus, a slash for division, and an asterisk for multiply. Swift has a huge range of these. So first we'll just go over the simple ones like add and subtract. So here we're going to add first number to second number using the plus sign, and then that'll give us 20. And if we subtract, then we'll just use the dash or minus sign. So we'll do first number minus second number, and hopefully that'll give us 12. Good, so we did it right. And for multiplication and division, like I mentioned, you're going to use an asterisk and a slash respectively. Here, we want to multiply first number by second number, and then divide first number by second number. So we use that asterisk and slash symbol. There's also something called compound assignments in Swift, and this lets us simplify our code. So normally, if we wanted to add 3 to my number here, then we would do this by, saying my number equals my number plus 3. But with compound assignments, we can simplify this. So what we would want to do is say my number plus equals 3. And that will modify my number by adding 3 to it. And you can do this with the multiplication, subtraction, and division operators as well. So my number multiply equal 3, and then my number minus equals 3, and then we got my number divided by equals 3. And you don't have to use 3, of course. I mean, you can use any number that you want. So 4, 2, and then maybe 5. So that'll give us the results what we want. Now I want to go over order of operations when performing calculations in Swift. Multiplication and division do have priority over addition and subtraction, and parentheses have priority over all 4. So if we have a bill that we wanted to split between 2 people, so the bill is $12, and then we have tax of $1, and then we're splitting by 2 or 2 people. So the 2 lines there, total person, those will give us 2 different results just because of Swift's order of operations. So Swift prioritizes division over addition. So we're going to first divide tax amount by number of splits and then add to the bill. So tax amount, or $1, divided by number of splits, 2. So that'll give us 0.5, and then we will add that to the bill of $12, and that'll give us 12.5. And we know that that's not an accurate answer. 2 people both don't owe $12.50 to a bill that's only $13. So what you would want to do in this case is use parentheses to prioritize the bill and tax amount over the division. And that'll give you the correct results of 6.5. And lastly, I want to go over type conversions in Swift. So what Swift does is gives us an easy way to convert different types. Let's say we have this number or integer of 4 that we wanted to convert to a double. So we will initialize double and pass in 4 or number. And that'll give us 4.0. Oops, I already created divide, so I'll just change that. All right, so that'll give us 4.0. If we look at the results panel, good. Now this allows us to divide this number by another double. So 3.2, and we get what we want. But if we were to remove these parentheses here and this type conversion, then we would get an error because we cannot divide an integer by a double. They're 2 different types. So that's where Swift's type conversion comes in handy. And you can also use it with strings or integers. So if we create a variable here, let's just call it string, and we initialize this string here and pass in the number. So we get the string version of 4. And then let's say we wanted to convert it back to an integer. Then we would initialize int, and then we'll just pass in that string value. And then we'll get our integer of 4.